Oh, it's Semmie here, and we're back with another video. I know I said I was also going to do boy groups, but today we are reacting to a girl group, and this is one that I have been seeing all the time on my timeline. You probably may have heard of them if you have not. Well, this will be your first video that's introducing you to them. They are called Katseye. They are a collaboration between Hybe and Geffen. Geffen is an American record label company, and we also have Hybe, which everybody knows Kpop, responsible for BTS, and well, Big Hit is responsible for BTS, but all under Hybe. So I've been following their journey for a long period of time. Since the very beginning, they have their show called Dream Academy, first on YouTube, and then they had all Netflix series that was documenting what was going on behind the scenes. So that was actually really cool. They have released already their first EP, but I unfortunately didn't react to it because it was like a little bit before I kind of created this YouTube channel. We'll be reacting to their EP here on this YouTube channel as well, called Beautiful Chaos. Single that for me I loved off of that EP the most is Gabriela. I think second would probably have to be MIA. Yeah, but Gabriela is great, and I love the choreography for it, and the things with the hand. So Katseye Gabriela. Now, from what I heard, and even from watching like the vlogs, it's also about, I know in the lyrics it's about not letting someone take your man, kind of like Jolene. But Jolene from Dolly Parton, if you don't know who that is. You should also look that up, Jolene by Dolly Parton. But it's more from the way the music video is giving, because I did watch it, so a little bit before I recorded this. It's giving basically who's gonna take over my company. Gabriela is like the industry, and you have like Jessica Alba, who's the CEO, who's about to step down, and she's trying to figure out who's gonna take over. And they're all competing for like this one seat, this one being the CEO with this one position. And so I kind of find it really funny that all the 6 girls are like battling for that, but in the lyrics it's also about a guy. I think that was kind of like their way to kind of not make it about women competing for a man. It's really interesting. So before I get into it, as I usually do, we always look up the lyrics as well as we are watching the content, because we like to understand what the lyrics, what we are watching, what we are singing, and we do believe that lyrics are a form of manifestation, so it's important to know what we're manifesting in our lives. So let's do this. This is Gabriela by Katseye. With all of this, like all of the 90s sound, like this is so over dramatic and kind of funny. Like, this is camp. They're basically breaking the third wall with this, and I just love that they're just having fun with this music video. It's just funny, and also they're acting. Like, their acting's pretty good. How much you also want to bet that necklace is also part of the merch that they're probably gonna have for this release? Because like, one thing you gotta know about well, not just K-pop, but just at least the genre of pop that they're doing, which is similar, let's just say adjacent to K-pop. Most of the things that are featured in the music video will be released in the merch store, which they do have a Katseye store, and also when it comes to like their concerts, their meet and greet events, they probably will have these things on display to kind of signify what their releases are. So don't be surprised if you see these also being reused over, or even just at some of like their live public events. That necklace, because honestly that necklace is cute. It really is. It's a red rose. It's a red rose like emblem. That's a necklace. It's really cute actually, and it matches their dresses because they're all wearing red. The bullet flying too fast, I couldn't catch it. Heart in the casket, you always knew it. The starring role, the main attraction. I got cameras flashing. Interesting. But this is more so towards the other person, right? So this is like, you're talking to them. Like, you're telling them, like, they've always been the main attraction. Always, like, basically the star, right? Like you're the star. You've always been that type of person to be the star. And now that I know that this song was written for, who was the demo? Oh, that this was partially written by Charli XCX. If you look at some of Charli XCX, especially some of her writings, but more so the current one in Brat, she expresses a lot of her vulnerabilities in her music in a way that, honestly, I'm always taken aback about how brave she is when it comes to like expressing her not insecurities, but more so realizing like someone else has gotten it better than her in some aspects. Like, because I'm not used to like hearing that a lot in music, where especially with other women, kind of praising other women and realizing like you feel less because of that other person. You still know your worth. It's not like you're less than fully, but you still acknowledge that feeling of feeling less than because of this person. And so that's such a vulnerability and bravery that I have to give Charli XCX when I see it, when it comes to her songwriting, especially in some of her songs. Upfront and brave to express that in a song is kind of really, really interesting. And I'm seeing this kind of like pattern here with this song too as well, even with the first verse. We're saying like you were the star and you were the main attraction. And like she has no problem acknowledging this person was the shit or was the star. You know, there's no problem. She has no problem ignoring it. He's like, ooh, you got everybody's eyes undressing you, and I see it too. Yeah, ooh, you could have had anyone else you wanted to. I'm begging you. In amaretto. Ooh, love that word, but didn't know what it meant until this song. There definitely is an acknowledgement of like the beauty that Gabriela is, right? Because we have like in the second verse an acknowledgement once again of like her skin being like emerald, which is a sweet liquor almond flavor. First of all, before we even get into the chorus, can we talk about how Laura is just eating this up for me? Like gnarly. If you watch the music video, I definitely encourage you to watch that. But there was just a sassiness that Daniela has that was just like waiting to come out, and I feel like this song captures it beautifully. And it's like I feel like it's being used at the most in this song, like because it just felt like she was ready to release this. Like they were like, you have this energy of sass bottled up. We're gonna release it. We're gonna release it through this music video, like, and it's definitely being shown here. Laura also too, her sex appeal is like firing through, especially in this one. I'll tell you the scene which one is really, really firing through, and it's probably because of the dress, let's be honest, but also her gait once again, and the lighting, but look, I'm getting ahead of myself. If my viewers have watched telenovelas are like Spanish soap operas back in like the early 2000s, maybe like 90s, and even like the 80s as well. They kind of still are going on now, but they're kind of a little bit more different. I think they're a little bit more modern, and they have more of like a cinematic look to it. But there was like always these fights that were kind of just like this, where it was like breaking things and like screaming and dramatic monologues of slapping and kind of just pure chaos whenever there was like a girl on girl kind of confrontation about their man. Not all the time, but like specifically Spanish novellas kind of always had, usually it was spicy, okay? It was spicy, it was a little bit, it was combative. It was like, I won't say violent, like people had guns or stuff like that. I feel like that was more later on. Definitely hand-to-hand combat, a spit, a slap, a breaking of things, more so furniture, and it was always for some reason inside somebody's like house, like because most of these like soap operas were filmed on sets, and these sets were like production sets, like at home, like the inside of like the living room, the inside of the dining room, and it just always looked like a stage, kind of similar to a play. So these settings and these production sets that we're seeing the girls in are just indicative and kind of memorializing those beautiful iconic cultural moments when it came to soap operas, because those really were a pop cultural thing that we just don't really see too often, especially in America and in our new ways of entertainment, or even how we do dramas. We don't really have that much production sets that look still like a production set. We try to make the production sets look more realistic and more cinematic and a little bit shot differently, to make it seem like it's not a production set, right? That like we were actually filmed at a location. What they would do, put her in the middle for this one. She kills it for me every single time. Not only just vocally, but the stare, the sexual. She has such a what they call it, such a great smile with her eyes. Like she knows how to smile with so much sex appeal. She has so much that she can do so much with her eyes without actually using her mouth. And that's saying a lot about Laura. Like Laura is so good at that. And then on top of that, with the body, with also her moving with this dress, as well as the lighting and that look and her hair. Like, it just, she looks so gorgeous. Play a video game. And like, you know how they do the fatalities for a Mortal Kombat, and then it'll be like, they'd be like stabbing the character, like, oh, fatality. Like, you just hear like the bones break as the blood is spurting all over the screen. Like, that's basically what this is giving me. Like, and seeing like Megan like cover her face that she's seeing like this blood is like pretty like ugh. So Megan too as well, to kind of just be like, and then after that be like really happy. That part got me with the teaser. They showed the teaser and I was just like, this is funny. Spanish, but they still have the translations here on the actual music video. And so what I find is so interesting is that like Daniela is in the car. So now we have the girl standing on ground like, yo, this man is mine. He came with me. He's leaving with me. His eyes were mine. No one else matters when it comes to him. So now, like, because before, I feel like the song was kind of like, hey, like, I'm almost not begging you, but kind of like asking you to leave my man alone. So there is like this pleading going on. But now we kind of see her like, well, this confidence is coming in. She's like, well, actually, he stays. He came with me. He's leaving with me, and I'm putting my foot down. He's not going nowhere because I'm the only one that matters. So there's a kind of done pleading, but kind of like, I said what I said. This man is mine. Like Katseye or Katseye or Spill the Tea, where they have like a sit down talking about like something between the girls or something like that, and then it spills into like another music video. Like, I feel like that's kind of really interesting. This world, that like this Iconville world, in my opinion, is kind of like Hollywood, and it's kind of like a parody of what would be going on in like pop culture as of now. Like, you go on talk show hosts, but you also are like really messy to talk about all the drama behind like the businesses that you're trying. That was Gabriela by Katseye. As you can see, it was chaotic and funny as hell. I genuinely feel like this is more of their style, and I kind of want them to kind of have more fun when it comes to music videos. It's really fun to see them have fun and to see them act out. Even if you didn't like the song, I feel like you would enjoy the music video. Like, the music video is kind of like, what? But at the same time, it's funny, it's camp. Like, I rewatched this music video just for the sake of just having something entertaining to watch, because it truly was entertaining. Sometimes not every music video has to be so serious and has to be so narrative based. Sometimes it's good to like have fun with it and not take yourself too seriously sometimes. And I think that this music video is doing that perfectly. So props up to the girls for this one. I genuinely enjoy it. Don't quote me here, okay? But if they end up doing or dropping another music video, Mean Girls, because I just saw Who Are the Mean Girls in the title when they were fighting, and I feel like that's like a segue into like a Mean Girls music video that might be coming out. So tell me what you guys think. Do you think that there's going to be a Mean Girls music video or not? I know they released Game Boy, which we will also get into. But let me know if you think that there's going to be a Mean Girls music video, because I think that would be a good segue right after this music video, because it seems like they're foreshadowing it in this music video. So, anyhow, that is it for today. You already know the song Gabriela, what playlist is going to. It is definitely going to the Sassy Movie playlist. I was gonna say Sexy Club Pony playlist, but I think Gnarly is more of that vibe, and also the Sassy Movie playlist. What I will say is that for Gabriela, I do think that this is gonna be the beginning of more Spanish R&B pop songs. And you might see Daniela spearheading it even more and more. But I also think that they're going to explore each member's individual culture and then have those cultural references in the new music and have them kind of spearhead it and have them do some of the language parts. So I do like that, because they have that already for Yoontae when it came to Korean. And so I can see that with Spanish, I see that also with India, I can also see that happening with Chinese, and I can also see that happening with Filipino, with Sophia. So this is going to be interesting. This is also opening the door to what I think is really making this group international, and I think it's going to appeal to a lot of different markets, and they're really smart for it. Guys think, and I'll see you on the next one. Katseye and SemmieSings, and we're out. Bye.